Alright, we're back. Pull the heater apart. This is all the mouse house crap that was inside of the heater. So all of that was in my heater. So that's why none of my levers would move. That's probably why I broke that end off. Kind of the reason. So I took the three pieces apart. It seemed pretty simple, but I'm gonna clean all that out. Oil all these flaps in here. This is a cable. It moves this flap in there. So I'm gonna oil all that. Make sure everything moves. Vacuum it all out. Make sure everything moves. Make sure everything's clean. Pretty happy. I really didn't want to pull it off, but I'm happy I pulled it off because I don't want to catch my truck on fire. So next, I have to get this wheel well out so that I can take the outside piece out, clean that out. I'm sure it's probably gross too. But I kept just spinning all these bolts in here, which is awesome. So I ended up cutting them and I'm chiseling them out. And then I have some new fender well bolts from another truck I did. But I gotta find some little thread certs or something to thread in. I'm not totally sure. I think these are the little square pieces, but that you thread into. So that's what I'm working on today. I'd like to get this heater all the way back in today. Get all that cleaned out. Bleed these brakes. I put fluid in them last night. Actually, I hadn't even checked them yet today, but I don't know. I need to check to make sure I put the residual valve on right. I'm 99% sure I did, but I want to double check because I feel like the fluid should be coming out of there quicker. When I did my short bed, I ran all new lines, and it seemed to seep down there a little better, so I gotta figure that out today. Like to bleed the brakes today. Like to get the heater done today. Might start working on this seat today, but I think it's gonna rain, so I gotta see how far I get. Keep trying to sell these wheels I have so that I can buy new tires. I have money for the tires, but I'd like to sell these wheels because I just got stuff in the way. Some Western wheels. So I'm trying to think. Yep. Having fun, like always. Really cold today, but get some stuff done. Alright, back to a happy day. Got the heater core out. I probably should have filmed some more. This thing was just overflowing with a nest of mice. It's all, I'm gonna clean it up, make sure that's all sealed up. It's radiator hose, right when I pulled it out, knocked over and freaking sprayed the crap out of my arm, so that was awesome too, in case you're wondering. So cleaning it up. It's right here. I also had an awesome time and broke the cable. It was all just worn out. It has this little rubber piece in here, and I think it had just rubbed it a bunch, and then probably just water sitting on it kind of rusted it out, and I just bent it and broke it off. So hopefully I can find that somewhere or find a way to attach those two pieces. I don't know what kind of brake cable attachments I have for my bikes. Maybe I can figure something out. Cleaned it out. It's not amazing, but now it's clean. Put this back. This piece comes off, so I cleaned it out. Made sure that my flap can move now. A little rough, but whatever. I took the heater core out, cleaned it, put it back in. So super fun. Didn't plan on that, so just add a couple days of work. It's no big deal. It's just tons of time. I might try to get this back in because I can still fix this cable from the inside, so I'd like to get this all back on, but since I had to cut all those bolts off, I need to find some thread cert clips so that I can thread into that, because those are not on. They suck. Those little clips like that, they don't do enough. So we'll see what I can find. Looks like that one's still intact. But my prows off. put all new bolts on. At first I thought it was all rusted out and it was going to be real bump, but that actually looks really clean. It's just those stupid thread starts crap. I think I'm going to spray this little panel down here that I fixed. So, I don't know. Get a little better starter down there. How I run my wires. Everything's wet from that stupid radiator fluid. So that's what she looks like. Okay, wish it was warmer. It's not. Oh, the snow is slowing me down for sure. Snow on the long bed everywhere. But I had to run to Advanced Auto and get a little adapter, because these new ones have a different fitting than the original one, which is why I didn't use the sitting unit out of my short bed, because I thought it had a different fitting, and it did. So I ended up getting that adapter piece. This is my brand new sitting unit. It's got a new screen on it, which is good. The other one didn't even move. I'm going to try to stick that in today. That's kind of weird, but I'm gonna try to figure out that, because that's different for sure. I don't know, maybe I can undo that nut and stick that terminal over that. I got some more stuff in. I need to clean this bed out. All that leaves and stuff are building up in there. I'm also gonna try to fix my short bed. My airbag is leaking, and I think it's in my Schrader valve. And so my dad has a little tool to tighten that up. So maybe that's it. If not, maybe I'll cut the end of the line and redo it. One side is just a press-in fit. The other side is a compression fit. So it's making my truck ride like death. It's just basically just sitting on the bump stops. So that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to get this radio all in. I got the stereo. Sorry, it's a mess. I'm trying to get ready to do some projects inside the garage if I can find some room. But I got the radio. I'm gonna try to get that in today. I'm trying to get the speaker to sit farther up in there. I'll kind of show you. The speaker sits up against that screen, and it's got a slider on it so I can move it, but I'm trying to get it to butt up with that. Plus it looks like it's hanging down so low it's gonna sit right on top of the radio. I'll give you a better view right here, but I need that to come up farther. So I don't know. I thought that would fit up better, but you know how it is. Anything aftermarket's not as good. So radio in today would be cool. I don't know. It's so cold. I don't want to. I got the rubber for this back glass, but it's so cold out. I don't think I want to mess with it. I'd rather that rubber be a little more malleable. But maybe I'll pry it all off and get it ready and clean up the surface and then tarp it up. But yeah, I don't know. I got something else on my list, but I forgot what it was. Trying to get a couple things done. I know it's cold. I need to just suck it up. I should have got some more stuff done quicker before. I'm also debating with a guy about a 5.3 liter aluminum block for my short bed. I only want it if I can get the aluminum block. Trying to lighten it up. My main goal with the other one is I would love to find a way to get it down to right at 3,000 pounds, right about. So I was thinking about running that kind of chill 5.3. It's the LM4 model out of Envoy XL. So if I can get that 5.3, I'll pull the trigger if I can get the price right. Kind of has some high mileage. I would just run it and eventually rebuild it. But I want to put a T5, which I know, everybody, it's a weak transmission, but my truck is not a race car, and I don't think I want to spend the extra money for a T56. And I like how much weight you can lose with those. That T5 weighs noticeably more, or noticeably less than all the other transmissions I've been looking at. But the guy also has a 4L60E that comes with it. Those are rear-wheel drive. There's an option for 4-wheel on those Envoys, but I don't want that. I kind of don't want that 4L60E, even though I think it would handle more torque than that T5. But I like the idea of a manual in my truck. I've never had it. I want my truck to be as much like a go-kart as I can. So, sorry, these leaves bother me. So, this thing might be getting a 5.3 if I can get that off that guy this week. It's supposed to be warm on Friday, which is, today's Wednesday. So if I can get that, I like to lose a lot of weight up front. Move the battery to the back. Put that T5 in, put that aluminum 5.3 in. Keep it stock. I'm trying to get my mileage up really high. I want this to be a road trip truck. But I'm also having to debate. I really like, since my airbags are all the way down, I really like the stance right now. So I kind of want some more suspension travel. So I don't know if that means I'm gonna raise my bed floor a couple inches just to get a little more room in there, or what I'm gonna do. But maybe I'll just lift it up a little bit more. I think I'm gonna put coilovers in the back. If I can get that engine and lose weight, I'm gonna put coilovers in it. If I can't, then I'm gonna give up on my weight loss plans for my truck. But working on things, you know. I might try to start this thing later on today once I get the sending unit in it, even though it's really cold. I don't know if my battery's gonna want to hold up to turning over a million times, so we'll see. All right, back today, working on my turn signal. There's a little plastic piece in there I broke. Everything's old in here. I ordered this piece, which hopefully is just a metal version of that plastic, but I haven't taken it out, so I don't know yet. So I gotta pull all this apart, but I need both my hands to do that. Basically, just pull this horn button off, make sure I can get all the insides out. Mine doesn't have, on my short bed, doesn't have the horn hooked up right, so it would be good for me to look at the original one so I can get this all set back up on the short bed properly. So messing with it. Some nice cracks on the steering wheel, but it's intact. So I'm gonna take that apart, pull this off. Hopefully I can get my steering wheel puller in there. So we'll see. I'm gonna mess with that today. I'm gonna try to pull this rear glass off today. I got some rubber finally. I'll try to fix that. What else? I'm gonna try to get everything up front back on today. That way I can get the battery back in. That way I can try to turn the engine over. Hopefully, I'm trying to think of other stuff, but there's only a few things I can do today, so gonna work on that. I might pull this visor off and try to get ready. It's a couple warm days. I'd like to work on that windshield eventually, so we'll see. All right, I like using my brain. I don't have the cool I thought that I could get, I thought I pulled my last one off with this, but I might have. But I was actually just pulling off the factory wheel, so maybe that's why it wasn't as hard. So I had to kind of make it. There's two bolts that run inside your steering wheel, and I had to kind of just cut and trim this, and I won't lie, that kind of sucked. But it's in there. You see that little pin down in there? That moves when you hit your horn. So I'm missing this piece from my other truck, and I'm missing that pin. But I might see if my brother can machine me down that pin. Once I get this off, I'm gonna see what it looks like. Which actually it's probably, yeah, it's off right now. Oh, I need another piece. Oh no. Yeah, so if he can machine me that piece, I think I have all the other parts. But that's what it looks like. I broke this plastic piece in here. Sorry, I know you guys, I'm moving this everywhere, but I broke this plastic piece in here. And I think this one should replace it. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I'm gonna pull that off and see what it looks like. There's the bearings in there. I've actually never had mine all the way apart and looked at it, so I'm gonna mess with it and see what I can do. Hopefully this is not the piece that sits behind it, because that will suck, because that's what it looks like. But who knows. Alright, well, I ordered the wrong piece, I guess. So this is inside piece. It's got a little brass, I think the electrical signal runs through it. So I had broke it down here, which goes in here, turns with your turn signal. So hopefully I can find this piece. I'm gonna go look online. It basically, my lever sits in there and moves it, but now my lever's moving all over. So that's the piece I bought, which sits below that. Cool. Real excited about that, because now all my stuff's off just sitting in here. Yay. So there's some crazy little springs that go in there. Not that happy about that, but let's see if I can find that piece. Alright, pull my rear glass out, cut a bunch of it, and then started peeling on it. That was kind of the best technique to get it off. You can kind of snip right here and then just pull these big strings on. So it's off. I got some new rubber. I'm gonna go fit it. So you can see how it's white underneath, so it wasn't blue and rust. It's not actually rust, actually, in case you're wondering. It's the white faded out. It's just the primer underneath. It's not up here. You can see a little bit of rust, surface rust, but up top it's really smooth. You can tell the difference when I wipe the hood. It's rough, and then the top is pretty smooth. So I'm gonna go put that rubber on. I'm gonna clean the edge of this glass before I put this rubber on. So yay! It was kind of leaking in there. It kind of leaks a lot in that truck, to tell you the truth. I didn't realize how much. Sorry, I didn't know if the light's blinding you. I didn't know if it was it would leak that much, but that side trim, the water runs into those holes. And the only reason I really noticed it is because in the cab corners, there's a bunch of water in there and it's so cold, it was all icicle, so I could tell exactly where it's coming from. So I might drill some holes in there just to make sure the water doesn't sit up in the cab corner. So it's kind of good learning experience for. I like it to be all original, but I also don't want everything rotten out again, you know. So especially when I get to the short bed, it'll be a lot easier to know where everything needs to drain, especially the door panels. I also didn't realize how much water goes in your doors all the time, because the seals on your windows aren't that great. So I'm gonna try to turn this over a bunch to try to prime up some fuel to get it up to the carb. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I don't run the battery too dead. a little better. Yay. Still not going. I don't know. I'm gonna throw the charger on the battery some. Try not to kill my battery. I don't tell you. I don't know why it's not starting up. I know it's been 30 years, but a lot of things have been replaced. I thought it'd be going a little better. Hopefully the coil's alright. I gotta read up on how to check the coil.